Hey guys, Shorty Phillips here, brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday Sonnenfeld today. Taking a go out today, see come out today, see if things are on sale. Now today though, new release-wise, there's not actually that many new bigger things coming out today when it comes to like the big releases. There are, I believe, I think I saw, not a lot. I'm reaching for it today on what comes out. I know there was a few indie horror ones coming out today. There was one shark one that looks interesting. And then one of them that was releasing today called Dashcam. But from what I was looking at, I looked on like Walmart.com to see if it was looked like it was available in stores to get an idea. And it doesn't look like it is. Every so often though, I've seen it say like not in stores and they have it. And it seems like the kind of thing that they would have because it's a Blumhouse release and stuff like that. So we'll see. Other than that though, I think that was like the only thing I was going to kind of look for today. I believe though, one of the Indiana Jones films was coming out today on, I think, a new Steelbook release. It's going to be at Best Buy. Also though, at the end of this video, and I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I know I saw a 4K, so I think there's a Steelbook. But other than that though, at the end of this video is going to be a whole bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some things I received to review and talk about for you guys. So definitely stay tuned for those as well. And as always too, let me know what you guys thought of the DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks that I reviewed. If you guys have seen them, what you guys thought of them, and also if you guys plan on picking any of them up. But anyway though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. So we'll take a look here in the front. In this area in the front, though, they like occasionally switch it out. I always talk about how it's like sometimes they switch things out, and it's usually like the following week. Because I think Downton Abbey was last Tuesday, or maybe the week. I'm pretty sure it was last Tuesday. So they do switch it out. The one thing I wanted to show, because I noticed this, it's really funny when it comes to the slipcover ones. And I don't know if maybe people are like taking slipcovers off and they decided to change things up, because as you see, slipcovers, you could take the slipcover off, take the slipcover off. This one, slipcover comes off, but then the Dumbledore ones, for some reason it's sealed up like this. Oh, maybe it's because of the HBO Max. You think that's because it says peel here for the sticker, so that's underneath of it, but that wouldn't mean it because the sticker, it's not inside. So that's really strange how they are doing that, with this one, how it's sealing above the slipcover, because they're doing with this one as well, but then this one they didn't do it with it. It's a Warner Brothers one. I don't know. I always notice really weird stuff like that, and I question stuff like that, but because I've never seen them seal the slipcover, especially too, because if it's just a peel-off thing, what does it matter? You know what I mean? Like, because you could just peel it off. I don't know. But let's see, anything else here on the side? Usually this stuff has always been the same, and I feel like I've talked about this before. I feel like Harry Potter, the 8-film collection, kind of laid claim to this spot, and it's like, this is where we're going to be. The rest of our lives is in this spot, and I think it's been there, honestly, for like the last 2 years, and that's in that same spot. Other than that, though, seems to be the same stuff here, but we'll go over to the actual section and see if there's anything else by chance over there. So fingers crossed they have the stuff out, but we shall see, though. Well, just like that, there was nothing in there. I saw like the spots for it though. So there was going to be some stuff that they were going to have in there today. Like one thing that was coming out I didn't even know about was like Rugrats season 1, volume 1. I think that's that new series of Rugrats, which is like the digital one. I saw a couple episodes of that. It's like it's okay, I guess. It's like the new rendition of it, but a lot of the voice actors from the original series passed away, and to me, that show came on in 1990, I think, or 91. I was like 5 years old when that was on, so that was like a childhood show to me. So it sort of just throws you when you hear the voices differently, because I don't know, it's like the same as if you saw like The Simpsons and a voice changed on there, and that's why on The Simpsons when someone passes away, they just, that character is gone. And that's what they did with Miss Krabappel and things like that. The characters are out of the show. Because I don't know, I kind of agree with that. I don't like when you replace somebody and all that kind of stuff and everything. But other than that, though, I saw Yellow Jackets, season 1, that release. I saw a spot for that in there. I think there's one other thing I saw. But also, though, I wanted to make sure to let you guys know as well some really, really exciting news. I am so excited about this, especially this particular movie that we're going to get to make this one next. I want to let you know that next Tuesday, the crowdfunding campaign for the brand new film that me and Lauren Francesca are going to be co-directing together called Pay to Die is going to be going up. And right now, though, we have a Facebook fan page for the group, for the film that's up right now, the Pay to Die group. And I'm going to put the link to that underneath this video. And if you guys join that group, it's the best way to kind of keep up with the movie. We're going to put like casting announcements on there, you know, information on the film, and some sort of exclusive perks and stuff like that there as well. There's going to be a lot of exclusive perks, of course, for the people that watch the videos and things like that. And there's going to be, you know, ways to help the project through the Indiegogo, like we've done in the past, like producer credits, special thanks that we have, you know, perks to come out in person to act in the film if you're able to come out. It's shooting in the Los Angeles area, so stuff like that. Film from home roles to be a video blogger and newscaster, so stuff like that. So lots of different ways to help on the project. Hair is going like blowing everywhere. But anyway, though, guys, like I said, I am so excited about this one. This is the one that I wanted to make this movie for the last like 3 years. I've had this basic idea for this, and I've been expanding upon it for especially in the last year or so. But I am so, like I said, like out of everything I've gotten to do, this is the one that I've wanted to do since the beginning, and I just keep thinking about it and keep thinking about it. So it's like, it's finally going to happen, and I just hope you guys all come along on the journey for this one, because this is the one, like I said, out of everything, I cannot wait to do this. But we're going to now head over to Walmart, see if they have anything else, you know, anything over there, because there should be that one shark movie, and maybe they have that Dashcam one, but when I looked online, it didn't say available. But I've seen that before many times where it says something's not available, and then you see it in the store, so maybe that'll be the case, but we shall see. Into Walmart we go. Yeah, but in here today, though, I was kind of had this feeling it's like a very unexciting day. Like, they didn't change anything new out at all. And, like, from what I can tell, it's like, are any of the newer spots here? North? No. And I didn't even see down there anything new. But no, everything is here from last Tuesday. And like I said, there wasn't any, like, really, really big releases, but they would have had, I know, the one shark movie and stuff like that. So, but no, I don't see any spots for them. I don't see any spots for Yellow Jacket or the new Rugrats one or any of that. So we're definitely going to head to the other, you know, Walmart location, and hopefully that one has the stuff out. We'll peek again, but like I said, it's all the stuff from the past couple weeks here. I don't see anything else new. Maybe, no, that's Scream. So no, there's no spots or anything where the new ones would be. So they just didn't change anything out today. But I did see over here too. I don't know if I showed this one before. Where was that? I saw like a Phantasm. Somewhere was that? Oh yeah, this one. I think this might be a newer one. This Phantasm 8 movie collection, but it has like a slipcover like this on it. I know it's a re-release, but I don't remember this one with like a slipcover on this. So I think it might be newer. So $29.99 for that one. But other than that one, these might be newer too. Maybe. But other than that, though, nothing else really here. But we'll go to the other Walmart, and fingers crossed, hopefully that location will have the stuff out. But there is one other one I could possibly go to if they didn't, worst case. But this one usually, for the most part, does. So hopefully now that I've discussed this and said this, it doesn't, you know, isn't the day that they don't. But we definitely shall see, though. Into Walmart we go. Yeah, but in here, though, in the front, though, I didn't see anything new right here. I saw they were advertising the new Beatles one. I did see that over here on the side, but right here, though, in the actual front, I don't see anything new right here. But over here on the side, though, I saw a bunch of different things. Like this one here called Black Site. I don't know anything about this one. It's with Jason Clarke movie. If you guys have seen this one, though, let me know how this one was, if this is worth checking out or not. It's weird. They keep on, like, looping a weird song over there. I do not know what it is, but it's, like, driving me crazy. It's, like, looping. Very strange. And then they have Batwoman, the third and final season. That one was $19.99. That one released today. And then other than that, though, this one, I don't know anything about this one. Wolfhound. This came out today, and that's $21.99 for the Blu-ray, $19.99 for the DVD of this one. Like I said, I don't know anything about this one. And then they have a WrestleMania Backlash here. This one was today, and this one is $14.99. And then they have this Beatles collection, which I think this was today. Beatles Get Back, and it's the complete 3-part documentary here. And then they have Star Trek Lower Decks Season 2. This is one of the ones that came out today as well. So there's actually quite a few things. Not like the big like tentpole titles, but there are a lot of things. But I did peek, and I actually see the one thing I really, really wanted. This song is looping. It's like, what is this? But then this is the one that came out today that I really wanted to see, called Shark Bait. And it's only $9, so I'm definitely going to get this one. And then they also had this one over here too called Blood Bite. This is another one. This one, though, I don't know if this one, this one is interesting or not. This one I really wanted to see. I saw the trailer to it and thought it looked really cool. But I'm definitely going to get this. But then over here, though, other than that, there's nothing else new right here in this spot. But then I did see right here the one thing that I really, really wanted to get. And luckily enough, they have it. It's only $12.99. But when you look online, it's not there at all. You don't see anything listed for this. It says not available in stores. But the one called Dashcam. And the director of this movie, what was the one he did, like Followers or something like that was on Shudder, which was actually pretty cool. One of those ones that was all filmed from the computer, but was one of the ones that I thought was done really well. Yeah, this loop is like, what is this song? And then he also had this one here called The Montana Story. This one came out today. I don't know anything about this. This is $9.99. Then they have the J-Team, Jojo Siwa's one here for $13.99. And then this is the one I was mentioning, the Rugrats, the new one that's done. It's like CGI, like digital kind of animation. And I saw some of it, 1 or 2 episodes, and it wasn't terrible though. Here, but I'm not gonna like I said, if I want to watch Rugrats, I watch the one as a kid and stuff that I watched. So I honestly I just don't really care about that. But other than that though, that seems to be all the main things. Let's see on the side here. Yeah, this seems to always just be, Marvel and things like that. But that same loop over there, it's like Party Boy's song. It's just looping. It's like boom, 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 boom. It's still going. Whatever it is, anyone in this section is like, my God, they just looped that song nonstop. So yeah, though, I ended up getting, both of those ones in there, the shark bait one and then the dash cam. And like I said, I was really glad they actually had that dash cam, because online it said not available. And it was weird is like, and then when you look on like a lot of, like I think on Amazon, I wasn't finding it at first. It was like really hard to find it on there. So I'm really glad to find it, especially for a much lower price than it seems to be online some of the places. So definitely, if you guys are looking for that one, they do seem to have it in there. At least this location did, even though it says they're not available in there. And it's this one too. I was glad this was only $10, because normally the vertical entertainment ones, if you guys have noticed, have always been like $12.99. So for some reason, this one was cheaper. So that was nice too. But now I'm gonna head though to Best Buy. Into Best Buy we go. But we're gonna head back though and see what they have here today and everything. I don't think there was any. I can't remember if there's any. Oh no, there was. Was this an exclusive one to them? This is one of the ones that came out today. The Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, a 4K one. This is a really cool one here for this. There's only one left. This one is $27.99. I don't believe, though, it's exclusive, though. As far as I know, though, it's available everywhere. I think so. I might be wrong about that. I always check here, because I always say you got to check there just in case there's anything new. But other than that, though, I'm not seeing anything new right here in the front. The Universal Soldier one was out a couple weeks back. Same with the Bourne Steelbook down there. But then over here, though, let's see if there's anything else different here. They wouldn't have the Dashcam one that I got, because that one was only available on DVD. And if it's like a movie that's on DVD, they never have it. I've only ever seen them have a DVD in here, like really, really rare. If it's like they had it for like this one documentary about like 3 months ago. But let's see. This was one of the ones that was today, though. This one called Zero Contact with Anthony Hopkins. That was $15.99. And then other than that, though, let's see if there's anything else over here. Nothing new down here. And both of these anime ones, I believe, were last Tuesday. Let's see, down here, Beatles Get Back. That was one of the ones that was today, though. And then the Lower Deck Season 2, they have the Blu-ray of that one for $23.99. And then, is anything else down here? No, nothing else new down here, and nothing else here. So that seems, like I said, to be the main new ones here today, though. So anyway, guys, that was all for my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. And like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also, though, in the comments below, though, let me know, anything new that you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K today. And also, let me know anything new that you guys have watched on streaming, or if you guys saw anything new in the theaters lately. Let me know, what kind of stuff you guys have seen lately as well. And also, like I was mentioning earlier in the video, definitely check out the link for the Facebook fan page for Pay to Die. I have the link for that one up now, and there's going to be the poster coming out soon for the movie and a whole bunch of stuff. And then this coming Tuesday, the following Tuesday, the crowdfunding campaign will be going up for it as well. And hopefully you guys can come aboard this one. It's, like I said, I cannot wait. I am so excited about this. I just cannot stop thinking about this one particularly. Out of everything, this is like the one I cannot wait to do. But anyway, though, guys, now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first one I got here is from Arrow Video, and this is one that I just want to let you guys know is available. And this is one here called The Sacred Spirit. And this one has on here, this is the limited edition version, which has it's a 2-disc set. Disc 1 has the feature as well as extras relating to the film. It has a number of different features on here. It has a lot of different visual essays. It has behind the scenes on here. It has 4 short featurettes shot during the production on here of the film. It has on here, though, some location reports on the film, promotional videos, uncut TV clips, which like the clips in like the background for the TVs and stuff on here. It has like the full versions. And then disc 2 has the it has short films from the director as well as some past short films. The first one goes all the way back to 2008 up until 2019 on here as well. And also in here there was a a poster for the film. So there's a poster here for the film, and it's a double-sided poster. So it says the original artwork and then the artwork that's on the Arrow Video Blu-ray. And then also in here too, was there a booklet? Yeah, there was a booklet in here as well, which had some stuff about the production, about the cast, stills, and that kind of stuff here as well. And then the other one here from Arrow Video, and I think this is I can't remember what volume. I believe I remember there was at least 1 or 2 other volumes of this in the Giallo Essentials collection, but this is the newest one. Does it say the number? Like I said, I feel like I remember one before this, but there might have been another one as well. But this is an Essentials one. I can't really show this cover right here because it's a little bit like, not that bad, but some people might say something about it. But this one has on here, though, I'll show you guys, though, it's a 3-movie set of Giallo films that are included on here. But in here, though, it has, like I said, 3 different ones. So it has The Killer, reserved 9 seats here. And this one has a 2K restoration from the original camera negative as original lossless Italian mono and English soundtracks on here. A brand new commentary track on here with author and film critic Kat Ellinger. Has an interview on here with one of the actors. Italian theatrical trailer. The other one here was this one here called The Weapon, The Hour, The Motive. This one here, this one has a brand new 2K restoration. This has on here a brand new commentary track on here by film critic Alexander Heller Nicholas. A brand new interview on here with one of the actors on the film. Front titles and titles for the Lost English dub on here as well. And the last one here was one here called Smile Before Death. This one here, and this one has a brand new 2K restoration for the original camera negatives. This has the lossless Italian and English soundtracks on here. It has a brand new commentary track on here by Tree Horwath and Nathaniel Thompson, film critics. On here, never before seen extended nude scenes not used in the final film. Image gallery, as well on here. So really cool Giallo set here as well. The other one here, this is from Lion's Gate. This is one of those movies that a lot of people were telling me about. I heard a lot of people talking about this film. This is also from A24. And this is a movie here called Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. And this is one, like I said, I was really interested in watching. What's so cool, too, is the main star of the film was from The Goonies. And it was so cool to see him return because I think he kind of had retired from acting years and years ago. And he kind of sporadically would come back here and there for things, but this is the first time he'd ever done like a big movie like this and in this size role and anything like this. I feel like too, I was thinking about like when it came to the Goonies, I think, because Brolin, of course, became huge from the Goonies, but I feel like he's like, when it comes to like roles and stuff, this is such a big thing for him to have been in. And like, I bet you won't see him like at conventions and stuff like with the Goonies cast as much now, because this is just because it's an A24 film. I think this is going to have Academy Award talk. I don't know. I think it's a lot of attention this movie's going to be getting. It's an very interesting, hard to explain kind of movie, but it's essentially like, the one character, it's with her husband, and they're kind of having some relationship kind of stuff going on, and it's essentially about like all of a sudden her husband, like he gets like something, he like changes all of a sudden, and like he kind of like something happens, like a snap, and he all of a sudden acts like he's somebody else. He's like, oh, don't bother talking to your husband after this. He's not going to remember any of this. I'm not actually your husband right now. I'm your husband from another dimension, and it's a different form of him. And in the other dimension, your husband is this person that has all these people after him, and like and basically you need to save the day. day and save us from all these terrible things that are going to happen. So it basically becomes this whole big kind of adventure kind of thing. It's hard to explain. It's really fun, super trippy, really cool visuals on here. The guys that were directors of this one, they also did Swiss Army Man, which I really like that movie with Daniel Radcliffe. I thought, and Paul Dano. I love that movie. It's a very strange movie, but I love that one as well. This one has on here a commentary track on here with the writers and directors on here. Almost everything you wanted to know featurette on here. Multiverse featurette. That's one thing too, is there's a lot of different multiverses in here. Outtakes, music videos, theatrical trailer on this one. The next one here, this is from Lionsgate as well. This is one here called Zero Contact. And this is one of those kind of movies where it's like kind of done. A lot of it's through the computer, and it was all like shot from home. So it's kind of right when everything, that's going on in the world, like early on, the way they did it. And it's kind of like dealing with like, kind of like stealing people's, like, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's essentially like, it's like about conspiracies and like, then it dealt with like time travel, but all, like I said, was shot from home through the computers, and people were shooting the footage themselves. It was an interesting kind of thing. I didn't absolutely love it though. It's one of those things though, I really liked it for Anthony Hopkins stuff in here, but other than that, it wasn't like perfect all around and stuff. And I'm not the biggest fan of like the shot from home kind of stuff as much, because I don't know, I feel like it's just like a reminder of it sometimes and stuff, but it was interesting and I will say it was a different kind of, version of like these kind of shot from home kind of stuff, because it wasn't like Unfriended per se. It was a little different, and it was more of like an action thriller type thing done that way, dealing with time travel. So it was kind of a different way of making of things. The next one here, this is from Sony, and this is the 4K Ultra HD edition. It includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital copy. But the coolest thing though is it's a Steelbook, and this is the 20th anniversary Steelbook for Men in Black. And, I've always loved this movie. I remember seeing this one in theaters back in the day, and this is a really, really cool Steelbook for this one. And this, like I said, this one here is from Sony, and it includes the 4K. I think I can't remember if the movie was on 4K before or not. I'm totally blanking if it was or not. Here's a look, though, inside. There's no images or anything in the inside, but a very, very cool Steelbook, though. And like I said, one of these movies that I have watched throughout the years so many times. I don't, like I said, really well designed, but I when it comes to the sequels, though, I feel like the sequels both of them are okay. There was actually 3 of them, but I feel like, the first one's the best. I feel like that's like one of these movies where it's like the first one's definitely the best. The next one here, this is one that's from a Blue Underground, and this is one here I want to let you guys know is available, and this includes the 4K Ultra HD and then the Blu-ray. This is a Larry Cohen film here called God Told Me To. I always love Larry Cohen's movies. He also did, The Stuff, Q, The Winged Serpent. He wrote the movie Phone Booth, with Kiefer Sutherland. So a lot of different stuff that was behind. He passed away a couple of years back, and he was a really nice guy. He always reminded me a little bit of like Lloyd Kaufman. Like especially if you met him at conventions, he had like a Lloyd Kaufman kind of way of acting, and kind of like the same sort of persona and stuff like that. I remember I even said that to him in an interview, and he's like, "Oh," but he was really cool. I love the stuff. He's really, really good writer. And this one here is this is the first time it's been available on 4K, and this one has, like I said, the 4K version, and it does include the Blu-ray as well. And on feature-wise, it has a commentary track on here with archival commentary with Larry Cohen. Has a commentary track with Steve Mitchell and Troy Herworth. Troy Herworth, though, he's like found a way into commentary tracks. He's in so many doing so many commentary tracks, a theatrical trailer, TV spots. I'd love to like do a commentary track on something. I don't know what it would be like. Maybe It's Pat. And then it has a commentary with Larry Cohen on the Blu-ray, and then the same commentary on, because it's the same features, but also though on the Blu-ray has some exclusive stuff that's only on the Blu-ray, like theatrical trailers, Lincoln Center Q&A with Larry Cohen, God Told Me To, Go Me To Bone Q&A with Larry Cohen, because he also directed, Bone was another movie that he did, which was really good. The next ones here, these ones are all from moviezing.com, and the first one here is from Universal, and this was a movie that was out of print for a while, the Blu-ray, and it's been re-released now as a new edition, and the new version has a different artwork than it did on the original version. This is the film The Guest, and this is, directed by Adam Wingard. I love this movie. This is like probably like, if I was like a list of like in like your top 100 movies, this would definitely be in that list. I don't know, this is the music in here I really like as well. Like the composer on here is definitely, like, out of the films that I've done, he's the dream composer. I'm putting that out here. He's one of my dream composers, because I've been a fan of the composer of this, that did this music in this movie ever since he did like a lot of the Ryan Nicholson movies back in the day, he used to go by this other name that and kind of he presented himself like he was an Italian composer. That's what I thought originally. And he like Giovanni Gervisi or something like this other name that he did for like Gutter Balls and a lot of the other stuff. But this is a great movie about this sort of weird guy that comes back and presents himself as the one son's friend and stuff. And it's this weird coming back from the war, and it's just like, it's hard to explain, but he infiltrates his family's life. I don't want to ruin this movie. It's best to just see it if you've never seen it, but it is great. I'm glad it's been reissued, and I'm glad to have it with a different cover too. I have the original cover, but I always like different editions, and there was one in the UK they put out of this one as well. But this one has on here deleted scenes, Q&A with Dan Stevens, and a commentary track with Adam Wingard and Simon Barrett. I hope they both team up again too and write together, and work together, because Simon Barrett used to always write all the stuff that Adam Wingard, or for the most part, was directing. But Adam now has gone on to do, like, of course, the Godzillas and huge stuff. And the next one I got here is from moviezing.com as well, and it's one here called Arctic Void. This is also from Level 33 Entertainment. This is an interesting one. This is basically, though, about a group of people who are on this kind of like one of those kind of like sort of like ships that goes out to do like work out, like kind of like hauling ship that gets like oil or catches fish and stuff like that, and kind of like does little like day tours and those kind of boats. And basically it's a group of people that are on this boat, and essentially though something happens, and everybody except for like 3 people, because they were out there, like the group of these people though were doing like research on certain things and stuff like that. But basically though, everybody goes missing on this boat except for 3 people. So they're out in the middle of nowhere trying to figure out what in the world is going on. But basically though, then there starts to be some weird things happen from that, point when everybody goes missing. I always like these kind of movies where it's like, people go missing, or this sort of empty sort of feeling. Like that one movie that always creeped me out. I think it was a Melissa George movie called, The Triangle. I always loved that movie because it was like on this like abandoned boat where everybody went missing, and there was like this weird guy wearing a potato sack kind of coming out. Kind of like the Nightmare on Elm, the Friday the 13th, the way that Jason looked with this potato sack. It was kind of like that a little bit, but Triangle is like one of those like amazing movies. I feel like very few people have seen that film. The next ones here are all from Kino Lorber, and there's some really cool ones, and these are all TV movies. And these are ones that I remember really well, and I've always been a fan of these ones. The third one, though, I don't know that well, because the original movie, which I hope they put out a Blu-ray of too, that's the one that I knew really well. But this one here is Ants. It happened at Lakewood Manor, and this is basically about like these are all deal with like killer kind of insects. Ants, tarantulas, and bees. And this is basically about like these ants that go and kind of take over this kind of, get people out on this, on vacation and stuff. And it's this kind of, the ants go and take over, but they're killer ants and stuff like that. They're like kind of like fire ants. Every time I think of fire ants, I don't know if I'm the only person that's like this, but the first thing I think of is, in Ernest Goes to Camp, when he's like, fire ants, that, and then I think of, ants in your pants, Francine, and polyester. Those are the 2 things when it comes to ants that I always think of. But I love these kind of, like, I have this thing about TV movies. This is a great one. This one has a commentary on here with film historian Lee Gambin, has a commentary track on here with some of the actors, brand new interviews on here with the production assistant, as well as the daughter of a producer on here, and also has newly commissioned art here on the front. The other one here is tarantulas, and this was about killer tarantulas, and this is one I always remember too. And I really am creeped out by tarantulas. And I saw, of course you've seen them in pet stores and stuff like that. But I remember when I was walking the one day, like by my house too, by the one park and stuff, I saw this tarantula. And I'm like, it scared me so bad because I saw it like croupling by on like the outside. And I remember like, to this day, and this was like maybe 2 years ago, I continuously, every so often, have bad dreams about that. And I'm really creeped out by spiders. Spiders, for some reason, really creep me out really bad. I remember when we first moved into this house 12 years ago, I saw a black widow right by the water, like where you turn on the water outside. I'm like, oh my God. But this one here is another one that's great. This has on here a commentary track on here by the Made for TV Mayhem Show podcast. It also has newly commissioned artwork here on the front as well. And the other one, this one is a sequel to Savage Bees. This one is called Terror Out of the Sky, and this is dealing with the characters with what had happened. And like, because like when it started, I'm like, I don't want to ruin it, but it like you see like part of like the end of the movie, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, what is this? Because when I was watching this, I'm like, did I see this before? I feel like this is stuff from Savage Bees. And I'm like, no. And then I realized it's a sequel, because when I read the back, I'm like, oh, it's a sequel to Savage Bees. I don't know how soon after this was, made, but Savage Bees is one that I always loved as a kid. But I love, like I said, I always love these movies that are dealing with, the killer, the animals and stuff like that, or killer insects and stuff like that. So they made a lot of these back in the day. These were all around the same time too. It was like a slew of these things happening, because it was like this one was 78, this one was 77, this one was 77. So they were kind of doing a lot of them back then. The next one here, this one here was a movie called Highball here, and this one is from MVD, and this is from this is from their MVD marquee collection here, and this one here has on here the making of Highball, and it's brand new, a feature-length documentary including interviews with producer on here, the co-writer, star Christopher Reed, and stars Lauren Katz, John Lear on here, Dean Cameron. So it's at 75 minutes on here as well. So that's what's really cool is MVD, a lot of their releases for the marquee ones, they end up getting new features and stuff like that on them. So that's really cool. The other one here from the marquee collection is one here called this is from the MVD Rewind collection. This is one here called Desperate Hours, and this one has on here though the high definition. I don't need to read the high definition transfer part, but it has on here behind the scenes featurette, original theatrical trailer on here, photo gallery as well on this one. And then the other one here, this is from the MVD marquee collection as well. And this is one here called Miami Blues. And this one has Fred Ward in it, Alec Baldwin, Jennifer Jason Leigh. And this one has what's this have on here? Interviews on here with Alec Baldwin, Jennifer Jason Leigh, theatrical trailer, 3 TV spots, original Orion home video teaser trailer, a photo gallery, collectible mini poster. So in here though, there's a little mini poster as well for this one here. So here's a really cool mini poster, and then it also has reversible artwork for this one as well. So like an alternate image for this one as well. The next one here is from MVD as well. This was a fun movie. It felt like a movie that was from like, I don't know, maybe like 2003 or something. It's hard to explain. It had this like really like throwback kind of feel to it, but it was like but it was almost like the throwback to those ones that they made on Cinemax back in the day, but like done now with like zero nudity. There's a movie here called Bigfoot or Bust. The one guy who was in here, I recognize Paul Logan, who was in, he had a small part in here, but he was in, a lot of, asylum stuff and everything. But this is basically, though, about a group of these girls that were going out into the woods to kind of go, and, they're a group of, they're kind of trying to hunt down Bigfoot, and it's like this sort of a goofy Bigfoot movie. And I can't say anything about goofy Bigfoot movies because I made a goofy Bigfoot movie called Amityville Bigfoot. But it's a little different though. This is Bigfoot's messing around and kind of spying on the girls, and it's it kind of reminded me of those ones. And I think Warnarski actually directed them back in the day. Those Bar Wench films. It was sort of like that, but they just no nudity or anything. So it's very strange. It was made in a world without nudity or something. It's hard to explain. Just kind of odd. I don't know how to explain it, but it has on here though, because a movie like this normally would be, that's what it would be if you guys know these kind of movies. This one has music video, Conte track on here, deleted scenes, behind the scenes featurette, and a theatrical trailer on this one. The next one here, this was interesting. This was an interesting way of using Madsen in here too, because you hear his voice, and then it's there's only a portion of him where you actually see him though. But it's a movie here called Burial Ground Massacre. I can never say that word well, burial. I'm always saying that very wrong, but this is from MVD as well. And this one is kind of it's a little bit hard to explain because it's about a group of people that were kind of going out and in a cabin out in the middle of the woods. And it's kind of like Michael Madsen's character who's wearing this Native American mask. And he's very upset. So you hear his voice throughout the movie, but then it's like I said, it's no twists or spoil or anything because it's him because you hear the whole time. But basically though, it's kind of the character wearing this mask is like hunting down the people in this that are out in this area and going after them, killing them. You kind of find out what the reasons for and all that kind of stuff. I thought this one was okay. Didn't absolutely like 100% love it though. I will not lie. And you could tell too it was like a double as matching because the guy was not built the same way. That was the one thing that was kind of like chapping my arse a little bit. Was just like the guy just seemed different, and I don't know how to explain it. It was just like it didn't seem like the best double, for him. The next one here was from Via Vision Films, and this one is from their Imprint Films line, and this is a movie that I absolutely love, and this is a really really cool hardbound box for this one. This is one here called Wicker Man. If you guys have never seen Wicker Man though, this is an amazing movie, and this movie too for me I feel like was just a lot of inspiration. It's like, I don't know, I love this kind of filmmaking style. It has a lot more like slow burn to like kind of like letting the scenes breathe, and it has amazing like tension too, where you're like really trying to figure out what in the world is going on, within this, to this character. So it's basically about a guy who's this kind of like was he a cop or an investigator? He's going to look for this girl who he basically got a letter about this girl who had gone missing in the town, and there was like some weird stuff about it, and he's kind of trying to figure out what's happening. He gets to town, starts questioning the people. They're all really kind of sketchy and weird and acting really, really strange. And he kind of starts to realize that something is up. So he starts to investigate what's going on, and they're having like some kind of a festival that's going to be coming up while he's there. And it has these amazing songs. Like, I'm trying to think of like Gently Johnny, Gently Johnny, Gently Johnny, my racer. However it goes. I'm trying to think of like, puts my hand on her thigh. I don't know. It's just really, really good songs. Really, really good songs. I have watched these movies so many times, but it has on here though, has the final cut version, which was like the longer version of the film. It also has like a commentary track with BFI historians on here. The Cult of the Wicker Man featurettes on here. It has and then it has the theatrical cut and director's cut as well on here, and has an audio commentary track on there with film historian Kim Newman and Sean Hogan. And then it also has a special features disc as well as a soundtrack CD. So it's a really, really cool release here. So here's the final cut version, the disc, and then here is the one that has was this the theatrical cut and director's cut, and then this has the special features and the soundtrack. The features on here has making of the director's cut audio commentary, the Wicker Man Q&A, folk musicians discuss the Wicker Man Enigma 2001 documentary, the Golden Bro interview with David Hogick on the symbolism of the Wicker Man. And if you guys like stuff too, with the Willow Song promo video, TV spots, radio gallery, if you guys like stuff like Midsummer would not exist without this movie. Like the inspiration for Midsummer would million times over. If this did not happen, a lot of movies that deal with cult and weird groups of people like that would never exist. And here's the thing too: some people might be like, "Oh my God, I saw the Nick Cage Wicker Man movie." So that was like a mess. I'm not watching this. Don't judge anything on that movie. And that movie was like a fun, cringy movie too. I kind of want to rewatch that, but this is an absolutely excellent movie. Like when it comes to like the list of best movies, this is definitely one. I mean, some people will look at it and be like, "Oh, it's very dated and stuff," but it works for this. It really does. And I absolutely love it. I'm really glad I know this is like sold out, so I wasn't even expecting to get a review copy of this. So I'm actually really glad to get it, because I know I believe it's sold out a lot of places. I don't know if it has. Maybe it's come back in stock, but really, really glad to have this. Like I said, a really cool release. And the next ones I got here are from Via Vision as well. And this is really cool. This is the Baywatch seasons 1 through 5 set here. And this is one of those shows that I really hardly ever saw episodes of this. So I'm actually really glad to have some of these to look at, because I never really saw this one when it was on. It's kind of like, as they say, like before my time, because it was 89 to 90. And like in 89 to 90, I honestly was watching as a little kid, Pee-wee's Playhouse. Like I think I would have been like a really strange kid if I was watching like Baywatch then. Maybe in the reruns, but I was like some 5-year-old kid or 4-year-old kid watching Baywatch. I'm like, ooh, kind of funny. So here's season 1 here. This includes the feature-length pilot and all 21 episodes. And then you have, make sure I do these in order because I usually show them all wrong. Then season 2 here of the show. And then we have season 3. And then season 4. And then season 5. I don't know how many seasons this show went for. So I'm thinking there's probably going to be another volume from Viavision as well. But I always love these like sets where it's like a lot of seasons together. And I don't have any of Baywatch at all. So I'm really glad to have these. The other one here is one, a show that Leah Thompson was in, which I really didn't... I feel like I maybe saw this back in the day. Like, I don't know, though. This aired in 95 to 1999. So maybe I would have watched it. I just don't know. And this is a show called Caroline in the City. And this it's season 1 and 2. Feature-wise, it has the episodic promos of it. But it aired from 95, like I said, to 2000. So 1995 to 1999. So how many seasons was this? So I guess it would have been 4 seasons? Let's see. So yes, 4 seasons on here. So here, like I said, this one, let you guys know, this one was available as well. The other one, too, is the collection 2 of the Anger Management Show with Charlie Sheen. And I like the show. I watched some of this when it was on originally. And it was kind of like... I remember it was like right after Charlie Sheen had left 2.5 Men, and there was all that stuff going on. And then he kind of was like... It was like, oh, no, I can come back on another show. And this like went on for like... I don't know how many years it went on for, maybe 2 or 3 seasons or so. This has on here 6-disc set brings the final 44 episodes of the hilarious sitcom based on the 2003 film. So it's based on a film. I didn't even know about that. And then the other one here from Viavision as well is one called Stingray, the complete series here. And this one has a commentary track on Stingray and Stand for Action by Jerry Anderson. Has a still gallery, character bios, and TV 21 audio adventures on here as well on here. But here's a look though inside at the discs and everything for this one here as well. But like I said, just want to let you guys know that this one was available as well. And the other one here, this is from 88 Films. This is one called Marshall Club. And this one is from 88 Films. And they've been doing a lot of like, they have a specific line this is on? I guess it's like Shaw Brothers. They've been doing a lot of Shaw Brothers releases. And this is a limited edition slipcase with brand new artwork on this one. It has a limited edition booklet in here. Let's see, it has mono Cantonese audio on here. English audio, commentary on here with Asian film experts on here. Grindhouse presentation, Instructions of Death Grindhouse presentation, a bunch of interviews on here as well. And I'll show you guys though a look inside here, what's in here. There has a, a booklet with some stuff about the production and stills and stuff like that, as well as a poster for the movie here as well. It's a double-sided poster as well for this one. So it has the original poster artwork on the movie and then the new commissioned artwork. And then the last one here is one that I want to let you guys know is available. And this is one called Waiting, the Van Duren Story here as well. And I think this is from, was this from MVD as well, I believe? I don't know for sure, but I think so. Here's a look, though, inside. It has like some pictures and stuff like that as well for this one. Anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. And like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.